Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do The Rush issue number 4 from Vault Comics. Now, we've been now 3 issues in, and I must admit this book is starting to irritate me a lot. I'm going to, go through the book, and then I'm going to tell you my 2 cents on what I think about it. So without further ado, let's go. So we have Nettie here who's writing, I don't know, some kind of a diary about her son Caleb. And she is convinced that he is still alive, although the signs are there that he has been dead or murdered or something, right? And then we see these images. Now, I'm sure this is maybe in her head or that's maybe in real. I do not know. But then we have Lapointe here. I believe he's some kind of a sheriff in this town. And he wants to talk about the creature. He says, "Hey, are you all right?" And then he says, "Hey, listen, enough is enough. It's time to go." Before we go there, I don't like this at all. First of all, this looks not really good. I mean, you want to see a shadow of this elk figure that we are seeing now, I don't know, twice now in this series. There's still no explanation what it is, what it wants. Is it all an illusion? I do not know. Also, I hate when people do black pages and do this. It's just wasting my money and pages. Just put this here and art here. It would be fine, right? Instead of, oh, we have a black page. Anyway, so they are preparing to go, and she says basically to MP, who is, well, her helper, right? He swore to protect her for money, I guess, right? And so basically she says, "I'm not giving up," but she needs to, I don't know, take a break from all this weirdness that's going on, right? And it seems that a lot of people from this town are giving up because, gold digging, and it's not really has been fruitful for a lot of people. So they want to, I don't know, go back home, I guess. And then we have stuff like this. Now look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the same panels, same visual. Now the visuals are okay, but the same layouts, the same perspective ish, right? It's pretty boring. And then we have a whole, word salad about things that I don't think really matters, except that this geologist, how you say this, is talking about salmon and, the production, right? And the salmon run, etc. And, right. Something like that. And he thinks that is something off with this land. Stuff like that. You can read it, but I'm not sure how this moved the story further, right? But then it seems that they are coming from the cold, and they say it's spring, although it's just here winter. So that is weird, right? And they are saying that too. He says, so MP says, "I knew we was overdue the fall. Look, everything else around got it. Extraplanetary, all my eye, this valley is unholy." But then we hear a strange voice, and it says, "Halt, ain't nobody leave lest I say." So this, what's the word, local guy, this from around here, is getting his hand blown off. So in the first couple issues, of the last couple issues, it's just how we said, we see the spider guy. Well, he is here. Now we see him in full swing, and he looks absolutely weird. The strange thing is, nobody bats an eye. Nobody bats an eye that this guy has no face, that he has some kind of a vortex in his face, that there's a voice coming from, riding a giant spider. But it seems that these two know each other somehow. I don't know. And he talks about the Indian, the Indian guy. "Terms of obligation got you all sin-free, heathen. You ain't never duck. Ain't that a ballyhoo? I remember as you were, you coward." So my prediction that he is Caleb, transformed, right? He is the son of Nettie. Just a guess, but it's my guess. Maybe he's just another dude. Anyway, so he says, "You can get mad of signs, you ain't full afflicted, not yet." And he says, "I'm not subject to balderdash. You're the subject of color, boy, the color and the call." Well, he's talking about, I believe, the gold rush, the gold rush sickness that people are infected with. They see things that aren't there, right? They see everything as gold, and they are doing weird stuff, right? And people are scratching themselves, right? All right. I like that part, you know, the gold rush, but what is his part in all this? Why are these people not allowed to leave, right? He said, you spread the word and drive 100 greenhorns back this way, and 1 or 2 you'll be here along with them. The Judas steer at the slaughterhouse door. Okay. The rest of the men, you already know it. You know me it better than me. So you can go easy and you can go hard. You belong under the snow. So basically he wants to kill them. Why? So MP is also having the gold brush. And you see this clumps of gold under his skin. Now I think this is more like a visual for the person itself, not for the people around him. That's a guess. And he says, what in the blazes are you, woman? So, well, she's just a woman, right? Or maybe there's more to it. So this guy says, hey, I'm not going back. And he shoots him. Although Nettie stands here and doesn't then he shoot her? Because it's the same angle. So then somehow teleports, blows him apart. And then the rest of the people think that they can take him. And yeah, that's not going to work. I like the action. I like the weirdness to a certain degree. I'm coming back to that a little bit later, right? So Nettie says to MP, hey, run. And so they're running. He's reloading, right? And he shoots, misses. And then MP says, well, I cannot do it anymore. Well, she says, hey, you need to stand up and follow me. He said, I tried to be strong, Miss Bridger. I fought, but maybe if I stuck alongside of you, maybe I'd get out too. Maybe it's in me. He saw it. He knew it. Real or otherwise, I cannot think of nothing else but the color. So, and then she says, MP, now listen to me now. Basically, she's saying, you swore an oath to me. Now, get your ass in gear. So you will, by God, get. I like that. But then Spider-Man comes in. I don't know what this guy is, so I'm calling him Spider-Man. And she says, you let go of him. He wants to shoot. And then he doesn't. He says, you can do it. You thing, you abomination, you have no power over me. You're merciful free of the rot, lady, and on that account I ain't required to give you peace. You ought to count that a miracle and cut stick away from here, now and forever. You leave while you can, else I can speak to what I'll... No, she says, you don't tell me what to do. I like this defiance. I mean, she's pretty stubborn, but she is now also defiant. I like that in this character, Nettie. And then this guy being shot, and this is a nice visual effect. Like he's being out of sync somehow. And it's La Pointe. And he shoots at the spider too. Well, so what it was all a ruse. Well, it's not really a ruse, but more like a setup. So basically La Pointe uses her so that the spider monster comes after them, and then he's, you know, getting out of hiding so that he can shoot him, right? He says, I'm sorry, Nettie, it was the only way. These things, this whole valley, you have a special power over them. I saw it myself in the saloon. You set me up. You sent me to leave town just to draw him out. So he says, hey, he took your boy. Use what you have. End this. So, and then she points the gun at, well, the shotgun at him. And he says, you don't understand the crime. The crime's got a cost. What crime are you talking about, Spider-Man? Caleb, he says. What did you say? He's alive. I know it's for dramatic effect, still. But then this creature comes in. He's calling the carry-on kid. So they are battling each other. Now, why? I don't know. Maybe Caleb is the carrion kid, you know, protecting his mother. Could be. Also, just a guess. Now, why is he here? Why is he fighting? Don't know. Why are they fighting? Well, that's a good guess, Nettie, because I don't know either. I'm not real about the business of demons and monsters, Nettie. Ours is not the reason why. I don't have time to explain why I don't have time to explain. All All right, but then something weird happens, and that's my main gripe. All this weird stuff happening, you know, randomly, and then we have to know what it is instead of, hey, I give you something weird, says the writer to me as a reader, and yeah, enjoy the weirdness, and you have to figure it out, but I'm not going to tell you, and maybe I'm not going to explain everything. That's my guess, because the salmon says overmighty, and then we have this elk creature again. And that leads us to the next issue. Why? What is all this weird stuff that is going on? Now, I like my mystery here and there. I like building up to something that could be cool. And maybe this would be cool. But it always gives me these little tiny, you know, sprinkles of story. And I have to figure it out for myself. Well, maybe it's this and maybe it's that. Or, oh, hey, look at this weird stuff that's going on. Right? And then, but we are now 4 issues in. And to be honest, I'm sick of it. I need answers. I don't need real sprinklers that, hey, Caleb is alive. Why do you want to have these guys dead, Spider-Man? Who are you? Where are you coming from? What is your deal with Caleb? Are you Caleb? Is this carry-on kid Caleb? What is with this talking salmon at the end? What is with this elk? I have too many questions. Now, just give me an answer in this book that leads us to the next issue instead of, hey, do you like the elk in the last couple of issues? Well, here's the elk again, and now he's here. Okay, but what he's gonna do? Is he gonna disappear again? Is he gonna attack? Does he talk? Does he gonna explain to me? Well, you have to be continued, dude. No, of course I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna show it to you because I want to know what's going on. Probably you want to know what's going on, maybe not. But yeah, I kind of recommend the series. It's just dragging. Yeah, that's the word. It's dragging. It doesn't give me any answers, just more mystery, more confusion. I don't like that. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think about this. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.